This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, and the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty man of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing his word in all sincerity and truth. To the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the great multitude, men, women, and children, that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. It's the brother Dama Gabar here with another lesson. All right. And this one is dealing with the least of the flock shall draw them out, which has been a hot topic if you've been, paying attention to what's been happening over there in the land of Israel with those small hatters and that whole Iranian and the Gaza situation. Which you have those small hats, they're getting very, very desperate. And ultimately, prophecy is being fulfilled. The Lord is putting it in the spirit for those 1948ers, which is the least of the flock of Esau, Edom. Those Amalekites, they're literally going to draw America out into this third world war, by any means necessary. All right. And I was reading this article here. It says Israel threatens to nuke Iran if America stops supplying billions in aid. And you see, as far as biblical prophecy is concerned, hey, this is something that we need to happen. All right. Because we understand the seriousness of, Iran's actions and why they're ultimately doing these things is ultimately it's the Lord using these small hats to draw America into this third world war, which once America gets involved over there, we know that Russia is going to get involved. China is going to get involved. NATO, the EU. And all of the major players that needs to be gathered in order for this third world war to happen. And you might say, why are you wishing World War III? Why do you want nuclear war? Why do you want this? Why do you want that? Well, because it's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And it's all dealing with prophecy that's going to speedily bring in the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of our dear Lord, and the end to all of this corruption, all of this weirdoism, all of this perversion, this wickedness that has totally saturated, the earth. All right. This earth needs to be reset. A new righteous rulership needs to be implemented. And it's only going to happen once, this third world war, the mark of the beast, and the salvation of the 12 tribes of Israel commences. All right. So you can see just how desperate these small hats are getting in. And this is another way that Benjamin, not a real Jew, can stay in power, is that he needs this war. They need to continuously escalate and poke and bait Iran into some serious confrontation so that America can get involved. Because these small hats, look, they're losing the support. They're losing the love. They're losing, a lot of people who will usually side with them and be on Israel's side. Because they see that genocide, they see, just how unrighteously and wickedly they're dealing over there with those Palestinians, and they're on a wicked rampage to cleanse that land of those Palestinians over there. And a lot of people are seeing them, are saying they're going too far, they're doing too much, and that they see the bloodthirstiness and, their unmerciful, campaign over there. And they're losing support. They're losing, followers. And a lot of people are just tired of it, man. But, hey, this is the only card they really have to play. So now, look, they're threatening America, saying, look, if you don't continue to supply billions in aid, hey, we're just going to nuke these guys. And they know exactly what that nuking Iran or a serious, situation with Iran is going to ultimately involve. And America's going to have to get involved. All right. They're going to have to. Like I said, which this is going to lead to this third world war. But anyways, it says the Israeli government has threatened to nuke Iran if America stops sending billions in military aid to the country. In a disturbing announcement, Israeli MK Nissim Vaturi, a representative in Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's ruling Likud party, warned that if America doesn't supply Israel with weapons aid, then Israel would be forced to use its nuclear weapons. So basically, they're saying, look, just fund our campaign, keep giving us weapons, keep giving us what we need so we can carry out this genocide. Otherwise, we're going to take it to extreme measures to where if you stop funding us, look, we're basically going to get you involved in this war either way it goes, all right? Because you're going to have to come to the aid. You're going to have to come and defend one of your major allies over there in that territory, which is Israel. Because if you don't, then, hey, Iran could totally destroy them off the face of the earth. And that can be a major stronghold in a territory that that the West could lose. And they don't want Iran or Russia to gain territory of the land of Israel. So they're going to have to get involved. They're going to have to intervene. You see? And this is the Lord, moving the chess pieces in place to where, we're going to get the result that we're looking for. It says, in the event of a conflict with Iran, if we do not receive American ammunition, we will have to use everything we have, Vaturi ominously said. Israel assassinated a high-ranking Iranian brigadier general and 15 others in an airstrike on an Iranian embassy building in Syria on April 1st, and Iran has pledged to retaliate. Vaturi's statement is being interpreted by many as a threat to use nukes against Iran or potentially even exercise the Samson option. Israel planned to fire off all their nukes and initiate a global nuclear holocaust in case that their existence is threatened, which further proves that them going back into that land in 1948 is not a fulfillment of prophecy, all right? Scripture told you when the Israelites came back into that land that there would be no more war. None would make them afraid. And that all these nations would come and see the glory of, the Israelites returning into that land, and they would learn their ways, and they would, acknowledge them as being, God's chosen people, which obviously, hey, this is not the case here, man. It says, what are they going to do if they're surrounded? Levine said at the time, what are they going to do if 150,000 advanced missiles are going to be shot? What are they going to do if Iran gets involved? Well, they can't win a conventional war. And what are they going to do? I think I know what they'll do, Levine continued. I know what we would do. And we know that this is them just putting out a major threat, basically forcing, America to give them the aid that they want. Now, will they give it to them? Probably most likely, but at the end of the day, we know that prophecy is still going to have to be fulfilled. Now, whether America gives them this aid that they want to continue to do what they're doing, we know eventually something is going to happen majorly over there between Israel and Iran. That's going to cause eventually Russia to get involved, America to get involved, and this third world war is going to eventually kick off, man. You see, these are just the threats and rumors of wars that we see that we know are leading to the ultimate, the ultimate prophecy being fulfilled, which is, the least of the flock drawing Babylon out into this war that's going to end all wars. It says, I think I know what they'll do, Levine continued. I know what we would do. We would destroy the enemy because otherwise we're exterminated. That's all I have to say. It says Israel has their own nuclear arsenal, which they'll never admit, he said. If Israel's going to face annihilation, you think they have those nukes in there to collect dust? If they're a country that has that type of weaponry and your people are going to be slaughtered as they were, except this time total destroyed. Yeah, almost. Turn that down. It says, except this time totally destroyed, they'll need to be thinking about all their options, he said, alluding to the Samson option. It says Ben Shapiro, jerk off, and so many words also floated the Samson option as a reason for the U.S. to provide additional aid to Israel. You see, so they're pulling they're pulling out their last option. They're telling America, look, either you're going to get involved or we're going to do this Samson option, or we're just going to unload everything we got on Iran. All right, which it's kind of drastic. It's kind of desperate, but this is the length that these little weirdos are going so that they can get the result that they want. They want to continue to have America, which America is just as guilty as those small hats for what they're doing over there, because what the hell you think all of their aid and all of their weaponry and the money that they need to fund this campaign is coming from? Directly from the West. And you got a lot of war hawks here in America who are definitely 100% for it, who definitely want America to keep funding this GENO side, and give these little pricks what they want. But like I said, keep doing what you're doing, because it's all going to lead to prophecy being fulfilled. And we see the stages being set. We're seeing the chess pieces being moved. That's ultimately going to lead to, the desired result. So like I said, this is just something further to keep an eye on, and over there in Israel right now, they're protesting it again. They're trying to oust Benjamin Netanyahu, not a real Jew. All right. And a lot of people are fed up with what they're doing. All right. They've, it's just not a good look. They're losing support. They're losing the sympathy of a lot of these people around the world, because they see ultimately, how they're dealing over there. So now they're about to really start playing the victim. They're really about to start, like I said, keep prodding and keep poking at Iran, doing little shit here, blowing up shit here, doing these attacks, till eventually, once Iran really retaliates, they're going to use that to their full advantage. But hey, it's really coming to the advantage, and it's really going to work out for a prophecy to be fulfilled, man. It says supplying Israel with aid is illegal under U.S. law due to a 1977 amendment to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, but the U.S. simply act as though Israel does not have nuclear weapons to keep the aid flowing unimpeded. See? So they violate all type of treaties. They're violating, against their own laws, against their own Geneva codes, all these different things. When it applies to these small hats, hey, they look the other way. Those laws don't apply to them. But it's all turning around and biting them in the ass. But hey, these are the type of things that we need to keep happening, because eventually it's going to lead to prophecy being fully fulfilled. And that Jeremiah, the 49th chapter is going to be in full effect. And we know, then, hey, to look up, because our salvation will draw nigh. So, we just got to keep looking at this, keeping an eye on it. And it's going to continue to get hot. It's going to continue to get, more and more provoked until the desired result comes to pass, man. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Until the next one, Shalom.